Hi, I'm Naomi. Welcome to your Prenatal Pilates class. This class focuses on your lower body, part 1, and this class is brought to you in partnership with vhi. Hi, my name is Naomi and welcome to your Prenatal Pilates session. In this session we're going to focus on our lower body, and this session is number 1 of 2. They don't need to be done in sequence, but just so you know, it might be nice to do the first one and then the second one. So this is the number 1. For this session we're going to use our mat. If you have a TheraBand and a ball, they might also be handy. We're going to start standing. So depending on where you are in your journey, allowing a sense of grounding weight down into your feet, we're just going to take a moment to assess our posture here. So oftentimes in pregnancy, obviously we're getting more front loaded, just making sure that we don't have this sense of kind of sticking out the ribs in front, letting the belly way forwards and the tailbone sticking out behind. So we want to have a sense of containing that as much as possible. So like we're drawing the tailbone down to the heels ever so slightly from that sticked out position. Squeezing our glutes just a little here to sense the engagement, and we want soft ribs. So if you look down the side of one of your legs, we want a feeling of outer pelvis, outer hip, stacked above your knees, stacked above your ankle, and then resting the hands down either side. We're going to take our eyes forward and just getting a sense here, again depending on how far along you are, noticing how it feels to stand in this way and noticing the spread of weight as much as possible even across the feet. We're going to take a full deep breath in and full breath out. And then from there, we're keeping our standing position. I'll just face so you can see. We're going to take our ball, or you could use a cushion or a block inside your knees, taking ourselves again to this standing position and bringing awareness for this session, as it's all about the lower body, into this sense of engaging inner thighs as we squeeze the ball. Have a feeling of that running up to your pelvic floor, so from the front all the way to the back, like a draw up of the pelvic floor muscles into the lower abdominals, and even squeezing the glutes here. Resting the arms either side. We're just going to hold that squeeze and just see, can you start to increase the intensity of it. So seeing maybe where your max intensity would be, your max squeeze, and we're going to hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let all of that relax out. So as we move along in our pregnancy, it's really important for your labour, for pelvic stability, for your core, that we're getting used to these sensations of contracting and relaxing the core musculature. So pelvic floor, as I said, lower abdominals, glutes, and that's all going to help support your pelvis and especially your low back. So we're going to take the squeezes to now, squeezing just a little and then relax, squeezing and relaxing. As we squeeze the ball, feel everything draw up and relax. We're going to go for 10, relax, for 9, relaxing, 8, and relax for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last one, we're going to squeeze in and again hold. We're going to squeeze, 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 seeing maybe how intense we can make it as strong as possible, and squeezing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relaxing it out. Nice work. Keeping the ball still between your legs, but it's maybe not as intense a squeeze. Arms are either side, and then from there we're going to inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling, and breathing out, releasing down. So as the arms raise, it's bringing a little bit of load, a little bit of extra stimulus for our core, so keeping the ball just gently squeezed, front ribs soft down, and arms reaching up and down. And we'll do 6 more. Just easy breath in and out here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then the last one, we're going to raise the arms up and hold them here, and they don't have to be together, they can stay wide, and we're just reaching up. See, can you increase the intensity of the squeeze on that ball? Soften your front ribs down, and we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then relax the arms down. Nice work. We're going to take the ball out from between the thighs. Just give your legs maybe a little shake there, and leaving that off to the side. So from there, we're going to take ourselves to a space on the mat where we've got space in front. So again, feet can be as wide here as you need. Depending again of how far along you are, you may want and feel more spaces more beneficial. We're going to take our hands to our thighs, lifting tall here to begin. And what we're going to do is take a deep breath in and breathing out, a little bend in your knees. We're going to hinge our chest forwards, lowering our torso to about 90 degrees. Really focusing on here that we keep our spine lengthened and then pressing through the feet, lifting all the way back up. We're going to do 10 of these. And if you've ever done like a deadlift exercise in the gym, really similar movement. Hinging from the hips and back up. Trying to sense here the strength in the legs. So as we go forwards, it's a little more lengthening back to the thighs. As we lift up, hamstrings contracting, glutes squeeze all the way standing. We're going to go for 5 and up, for 6 and up, just 3 more. Hinging forwards for 7 and up, for 8 and up, 2 more, for 9, and then last one, we're hinging forwards, little bend in the knees, lengthening the torso forwards. Use your hands now on your thighs, just a gentle press, like you were trying to reach your head further forwards. We're going to hold for 3, 2, and then pushing through the feet, pressing all the way up, standing. Nice work. We're going to add a little challenge resistance to that. So reaching for your strap here. We want, like as much as possible, to have the strap relatively slack to begin. We're going to step it under our right foot, and your left foot is just behind here. So again, depending on how it feels for you, keeping the feet a little bit wider. And again, the strap's a little bit slack to begin, so we've got space to draw. We're going to hinge forwards, pulling through the hands. And then as we get our chest to parallel, we're reaching the strap out wide, back to center, and then lifting ourselves up. Hinging forwards, reaching, pulling the strap out wide, and then back, center, lifting up. Let's go for 8 more. Reaching forwards, pulling the strap wide, and lifting up. For 7. Good. For 6. Keeping really focused on this right leg, but also keeping pressure on that left leg behind. For 3 more. For 2. And then last one, we're hinging forward, reaching the strap wide, back, center, and back to standing. Nice work. We're going to switch over to the other side. So taking the strap underneath your left foot and your right foot's behind. Again, going as wide as you feel you need here with the feet. We're starting with our chest, torso tall. We're taking a deep breath in And then breathing out, we're hinging forwards, reaching the strap out wide, and then back to standing. Going for 9, 8, keeping the spine lengthened the whole time, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and then last time we're going to hinge forward, reaching the strap out wide, and back to center. Nice work. From there, we're going to take both feet onto the strap, and just holding the strap kind of taut between the hands and the feet, making sure that it's not going to slip or pull. And then we're doing kind of like the hip hinge we did at the beginning, but adding in kind of this little extra bit of resistance. So we're staying tall to begin, deep breath in, and then breathing out, we're hip hinging, pulling our fists towards our shoulders like a bicep curl, and then slow, 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 use the band as resistance as we lift up. Feet can be as wide as you need here, hinging forwards, and back up. Trying to really focus on keeping the spine lengthened here. So making sure we're not rounding or rolling over. We're going to go for 5 more. Hinging, lifting, nice work, for 4. For 3. Using the resistance, 2 more. And last one. From there, coming all the way back up standing, nice work. We're just going to leave our strap off to the side from there. Taking ourselves standing to the back of our mat where we've got space in front. Again, feet can be as wide here as you feel you need. Hands to your thighs. So we're going to look forwards, taking a deep breath in. And breathing out, we're going to do this hip hinge, so knees bent a little, hinging our chest, torso forwards, and then bending your knees more and more and more, as much as you need to reach your hands to the mat, and then taking yourself to a table position, all fours. So stacking your shoulders over your wrists here, your knees are underneath your hips. I'm just getting a sense of checking how everything's engaged here. So we want to have a sense, you can even look back, that your pelvis is level. And again, depending on how far along you are, making sure, like what we did when we were standing, that the belly's not kind of pulling the pelvis forward, arching the low back, that we still feel we've got that length and lift in the low back. We're going to hold our all fours position. Just breathing easy here. Noticing how much effort it takes in the arms, the legs. Let's take 1 more deep breath in. And full breath out. So from there, we're going to take our hands forwards of our shoulders just a little so that we feel we can support ourselves. It's not too strenuous on the upper back. Again, we're focusing on our lower body here. So we're taking the left knee, left shin to lift a little, and we want to make sure our pelvis stays level here. We're lifting our left sole of our foot up towards the ceiling. And then keeping everything stable, we're going to draw our left knee in towards our chest and then kick it up to the ceiling. Drawing it into the chest and up to the ceiling. And we're doing all of this without moving anything else. And when you kick up to the ceiling, like really trying to get an extra little kick as you press up. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, And then the next one, it comes up, we're going to pulse up and down here. Checking again if you need, make sure everything's level. And we're pulsing up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest it down. Take the knees wide here. Sit bones back to your heels and just take a little rest out, release. Bowing your head. And just maybe giving the pelvis a little roll side to side here. From there, we're going to bring ourselves back to all fours. Having a sense again, just checking your alignment, pelvis level, making sure that lower back is supported. And then we're sending our left leg back. From there, keeping your eyes a little bit forwards here for balance. We're lifting our left foot up. Everything's level. We're going to bend our left knee, draw your heel to your sit bone. Lengthening out. We're going for 10. And lengthen for 9. Lengthen for 8. And 7. For 6. 5. 4, 3, 2, and then the next time it comes in, it's like we're trying to kick our heel to our sit bone. We're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest it out. Nice work. Taking a full deep breath in here. And full breath out. So last movement we're going to do on our left side here. Keeping ourselves aligned, we're lengthening back our left leg. From here, we're lifting our left foot. And from here, we're simply going to pulse our leg up and down. Up towards the ceiling, back towards the floor. Keeping the foot flexed, toes down to the floor. We're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest it out. Nice work. Take your knees wide. Bring your sit bones back to your heels. Reaching your fingers forwards. Taking a couple of breaths here. Just letting the pelvis move a little side to side. Letting the lower body get a little rest ease here. And then from there, we're bringing ourselves back to all fours. Stacking knees underneath your hips. Keeping your eyes forwards here. And we're going to move over to the right side. So we're floating up our right knee, right shin. Check your alignment and you're lifting your right sole of your foot up towards the ceiling. And then drawing the knee to center. Kicking up to the ceiling and back to center. And all these movements, we can go slow and steady here. It doesn't have to be fast. We're going to go for 10, 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to lift up and keep pulsing our foot up to the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest it down. Nice work. Take a little rest back. Couple of breaths here. Move your pelvis side to side. Let your breath settle. And then we're bringing ourselves forwards. Again, as much as you need, you can always walk your hands a little more further forwards. Just make sure it's not too strenuous on the upper body. Focusing on the lower body here. Lengthening the right leg back. Lifting your right leg up. We're bending the heel to the sit bone and lengthening out. Making sure our pelvis is still level. Spine supported, let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on the next one, it's like we're trying to kick our sit bone, pulsing in and out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax it down. Take a little breather, rest back. Full deep breath in and full breath out. So last one on the right side, coming back to all fours, lengthening out your right leg, pressing back through your right heel. From here, we're lifting our right foot up and then we're pulsing up and down. Keeping those elbows straight, pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and resting down. Nice work, well done. From there, we're going to walk our hands back towards our knees, taking ourselves to kneeling tall here. Noticing the sensations that you might be feeling in the lower body now. We're going to draw our tailbone down ever so slightly towards the mat, just getting that sense again of stacking our pelvis above our knees, soft front ribs here, and softening the shoulders from the ears. So again, we're going to just notice a little bit the movement of our pelvis here. So making sure you feel support around your belly. We're just going to see, can we stick our tailbone back a little and then tuck our tailbone under. Reaching the tailbone back and drawing under. And we want to create a feeling here of still having some sense of awareness around the mobility in our pelvis. And also when we reach back, like kind of relaxing, when we draw down, contracting. We're going to do 3 more. For 2. And last one. As you come back to center here, we're going to take our right leg out in front. So take your time just sliding that right foot forwards. We're going to make sure our pelvis feels level here, so we're not kind of kinked over to the left, that we keep everything level. And again, we're going to move through those pelvic tilts. So letting your tailbone stick a little behind and then tuck down. And maybe having a sense that it doesn't have to be huge movement here, just enough that we're accessing a little bit of awareness to this area. We're going to go for 4, 3, 2, and last one. The next time it comes almost more to a tuck down, squeeze your left side glutes, and we're going to reach our left arm up to the ceiling. Lengthening your left fingers up here. You can use your right hand on your right thigh for stability. We're creating loads of length on the left side. Breathe in for 3, 2, and then resting that down. We're going to take our hands either side here, and depending how far along you are here, how your balance feels, we'll just see how this feels. So arms are either side. We're going to take our right heel up here, and even this will add a little extra challenge. Your left toes are rested, and we're just trying to get a bit more weight into this left leg. You might be able to reach up your right foot, and just holding the balance here. Let the arms move, squeezing your left side glutes, tipping the toe down if you need at any point, and we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then resting down that right foot. Nice work. So from there, we're going to nice and easy slide back our right foot, and then we're going to slide forwards the left foot. Bringing ourselves to a lunge here. Pelvis is level, both legs are about 90 degrees. First movement, minding your belly, we're going to slowly tilt the pelvis back and forwards, tucking and sticking the tailbone back behind. Just sensing here if this side feels any different than the other. Keeping the ribs relaxed here, so without flaring the ribs up or the chest. We're going to go for 3. Good, for 2. And then last one, like we're sticking or pulling our tailbone down to the floor, reaching our right arm up to the ceiling, and we're lengthening that right side. Just getting loads of reach upwards here. We're going to breathe for 4, 3. Keep reaching for 2. And then relaxing that right arm down. From there, playing around with our balance here, we're going to lift off our left heel. Each side will be different, so just seeing how it feels this side. Maybe lifting up your left foot. So we're holding here. You can always tip down the left foot as you need. We're going to lift up, let it shift, let it move, and we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest it down. Nice work. Sliding your left knee back under, and then a couple of times here again before we come out of this position, minding your belly here, your baby, just tilting your tailbone back and drawing under. Noticing the relax and the contraction. We're going to go for 3, for 2, and last one. Nice work. From there, we're bringing ourselves to a sideline position. So bringing your legs together, we'll take ourselves down onto our right side, resting our head down into our right hand. So we're onto our right elbow. We want our pelvis stacked here, knees stacked, feet stacked. And then beginning here with our calm movement, lifting our left knee up and lowering it down. Again, keeping this awareness around the lower body, but at the same time, making sure our upper body, our back isn't slouching or our upper body isn't rocking. Just that left leg moving up and down here. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, we're going to hold it up, keeping the feet stuck together, like you're trying to pull your knee closer to the ceiling here. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relaxing it down. And then from there, we're going to lengthen our left leg out. You can just have your toes touching the mat. Take your right shin forwards parallel to the side of your mat. We're going to flex our left toes towards our shin and then point the left toes. Flexing and pointing. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then flexing your toes towards your shin, so you're pressing the heel away. We're going to sweep the leg forward, so it's like your thighs are coming parallel. Then point your foot and reach it back just a little bit behind, but not letting it affect your low back. Flexing, reaching forwards, pointing and reaching behind. Let's go for 10 and 9, 8, 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. As it reaches back to lengthen, keep the foot pointed, and then we're going to circle backwards, keeping that right leg heavy, just little mini circles here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let's go the opposite direction. So maybe a little heat building now, try to stay with it. Building our endurance, building our ability to regulate our breath. We're going for 8, 7, 6, good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then leg at center, last thing. We're going to bicycle it forwards, bending and lengthening. For 5, good, 4, 3, 2, and then opposite direction, really feeling the work now. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then bring the legs to me. Just give that a little massage out. Well done. We're going to prop up onto our right elbow here. So feet, have your heels like about behind your sit bones here. Knees are still stacked. And then what we're going to feel for a moment here is just our ribs, right ribs lowering down to the mat and then lifting up. And I want you to feel when you lift up this engagement of your right side obliques. We're going to lower down and lifting up. Let's go for 3 more. Lifting up for 2 and up. Last one, we're lowering down. And then as we lift up here, we're trying to keep this feeling, lifting the side waist up, the ribs are up. Then we're going to lift our hips up, reach your left arm up and over your left ear, and then release everything back down. Lift everything up and back down. We're going to go for 3 more. Up and down for 2 and down, and last one and down. Nice work. From there, taking your feet in a position that helps you press up to seated, and we're going to transition to the other side. So moving your legs out to the opposite side, we're coming down onto our left side hip. Resting down your head onto your left hand. Our knees are stacked here, heels are about behind your sit bones, and our upper body is stable here, space for your belly. And then we're taking our right knee to lift, feet stay stuck and lowering. Lifting and lowering. We're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, we're going to try and hold up. So we're really squeezing out our right glutes here, holding as if we're trying to pull the knee to the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax, sit down. Nice work. From there, we're taking our left shin a little more parallel to the side of your mat. Hips are still stacked. Right leg's going to float straight here. From here, we're pointing our right toes and flexing. Pointing and flexing. We're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then as your foot comes to pointed, we're going to reach it back behind a little, and then flexing, hinge it forwards, pointing and reaching back. Flexing, hinging forwards, and pointing, reaching back. So moving just this right leg, keeping everything else stable. We're going to go for 10. Keeping that left leg heavy for 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2, last one. And then as the leg comes back lengthened from here, keeping the foot pointed, we're going to circle it forwards for 10. Really trying to encourage the circle from the top of your leg. Your whole leg is toned here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then circling backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last thing here, we're going to cycle the leg forwards, bending and lengthening for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and last one. We're cycling the opposite direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then resting the knees down. Nice work. Give that outer right hip a little massage, and then we're pressing up onto our right elbow here. Take your feet along behind your sit bones here, knees are still stacked, and then we're doing this little rib movement on this side. So we're lowering the ribs, kind of letting it sag down to the mat, to the floor, and then lifting up, feeling your obliques engage here. Lowering down and lifting up. We're going to go for 3 and up, for 2 and up. Last one, we're lowering down and then lifting up. We're trying to maintain this the whole time. From here, lifting the hips, reaching your right arm up and over, and then back down. We're going to go for 4 and release, for 3 and down, for 2 and down, last one, and back down. Nice work. From there, we're going to transition over onto all fours, so take your time getting yourself set up on hands and knees. And then from here, we're going to take a full deep breath in, just checking our alignment again, full breath out. We're going to take our knees wide from there then, feet behind your knees, toes are tucked. Walk your hands back towards your knees, towards your legs. Keeping your hands on the mat. A couple of times we're going to rock back to a squat and then forwards. So just keeping the toes tucked under the whole time, rocking back and forwards. Let's do 2 more. Rocking back and forwards. And if it feels like you can get weight into your heels, this last time we're going to rock back and see can we get a little bit more weight in the heels. You might want to bring your feet wider. If the heels are up, no problem. Like, just see how it feels here. So really working the knees outwards, using the strength of our legs here. Let your chin bow down to your chest a little. And couple of breaths here. Squat position is really great for supporting you through your pregnancy, into your labour. Feeling the weight down through your feet. We're going to take 1 more deep breath in. And then breathing out, we're lifting our head up again. You can come off your heels a little here if you need, or stay on the heels. We're going to place our hands to our thighs and push all the way up standing. Bringing our heels, toes together, bringing ourselves to a standing position, and then we're going to have our hands either side of our hips here. Assessing our posture again one last time in this session, just getting a sense of all the strength we've cultivated in the legs now, and seeing can you find that squeeze of your pelvic floor, inner thighs, glutes, and your lower abdominals, even into the low back. Holding that squeeze, lifting up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep squeezing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let it relax. Just let it soften out for a moment. And it's really good to keep noticing the difference between when you're squeezed, when you're contracted, and when you're relaxed. So it's as important to be able to return to relaxation. So from there, we're going to give ourselves a little squeeze, little engagement through the core, standing tall, and then we're lifting our heels up here and lowering down. Lifting the heels up and lowering. We're going to go for 10, for 9. Good. Keeping your weight traveling upwards rather than forwards. For 6. Good. Straight up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Nice work. Letting the heels rest down. See how it feels then to try and lift all 10 toes, activating into your shin muscles. You can look down if you need, if you can still see your feet, and then we're lowering the toes down. Lifting toes up and lowering down. We're going to go for 10, lower, for 9, 8, for 7, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last time we're going to hold the toes lifted. Try to imagine pulling them towards your shins here and holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and relaxing down. Giving your legs a good welcome shake here. And we're going to finish this first session of our lower body focus. Hopefully legs feeling a bit more strengthened and enlivened. And have a lovely day wherever you are.